After we had identified the individuals who were going to be part of our cohort in southeastern San Diego, we brought that group together and we put the question to them, what do you think is necessary right now to work on improving police-community relations? And the decision that that group made was that there was a need for a community education series. And then the next question that we had to wrestle with was, what are the topics going to be in that community education series? With that group, then we were able to develop this set of topics that would be the first events in the series.
One of the things we want to do with this 6th series of educational informational workshops is we want to educate the community about what their rights are and how to interact with the police. So because knowledge is power, right? So when we give the community this knowledge, it builds power. And the overall and the ultimate objective that we're trying to do is build trust between law enforcement and the community.
I think the faith leaders play a tremendous role in bridging the gap between law enforcement and the community. Oftentimes where trust isn't there, the ability for people to turn to a place where they do trust, that building, that person, that faith leader, and be able to create that environment. And it's really that special environment that allows those relationships to grow and to create that dialogue between the police and the community that we serve.
Really, we're opening up dialogue with members of the community who are passionate about their community and have ideas as far as how to improve our community.
I'm going to be a sponge today and just get as much information as I can so I can pass that along to my coworkers, to my students, to parents, to anybody in San Diego who cares about being a San Diegan and wants to do better.
So if you feel like you were racially profiled, if you feel like you've been mistreated, you as a citizen have the right to say, hey, I want to speak to your supervisor.
If a citizen was a victim of a crime and the officer did not witness it, they can place someone under citizen's arrest.
There's a ton of information on SDSheriff.net. Please visit that site.
I'm talking about a hard change.
Some of you are here away from your families, really invested in, so thank you for taking the time to be dedicated to yourself, to your community, and to what we're trying to accomplish in this room.
One of the most important lessons that I think we learned throughout the community education series is the importance of having facilitators or panelists who have credibility within the community. The community is willing to turn out and listen and engage with individuals that have a measure of trust with them.
The idea behind it is so that individuals in the community know their rights as well as have an opportunity to engage with law enforcement as a part of trying to build trust and bridge the gap between the community and the criminal justice system.
We're going to start to see the divides be healed, and series like this one will help to do that. It's going to bridge the gap. We're having the conversations. We're having community members sit in a room with police officers.
So how do we create systems that create more opportunities for connection and relationship and trust? Building trust is the heartbeat of everything.
I think it starts with small groups like this where people are just deciding they want to make a change, and those group of people share that information with other people, and it expands outward from there.
In any community, there are opportunities to bring community and law enforcement together to have the kinds of conversations that we did as part of the Building Trust Community Education series.
Most needed today is a continual communication, and just don't let this be a one-time thing, but to make it something that's ongoing. But once again, it had to initiate and start from somewhere, and this is what I'm really happy about.